1 week after Walmart sued the state of Texas for the right to sell hard liquor, 2 Texas lawmakers and a new coalition are taking the same fight to the state capitol. Walmart, Kroger, and the Texas Association of Business on Wednesday helped create a new nonprofit group calling itself the Texans for Consumer Freedom to push for laws allowing publicly traded corporations like Walmart and Kroger to own and operate liquor stores. Public companies right now are barred from the Texas booze market by the Texas Alcoholic Beverage Commission. Quote, free markets transcend any individual retailers, whether they're publicly or privately held, said Travis Thomas, a spokesman who helped form the Texans for Consumer Freedom. Quote, it should be open for everybody to compete. Bills filed this last week by State Senator Kelly Hancock out of North Richland Hills and Representative Jason Isaac, Republican out of Dripping Springs, would repeal parts of the alcohol code that exclude publicly traded corporations and limit the number of liquor stores a company can own. If the bills pass, grocery stores that want to sell hard liquor would still be required to do so in a separate building with its own entrance. Well, of course, because we just can't trust adults to be adults. We have to have a separate entrance because we're ashamed that they're selling liquor. So yeah, we're going to allow the business to sell liquor, but they still have to go through the extra expense of creating a whole new space, a whole new entrance, really a whole new building. And I'm sure some will say it's because of the children. We don't want children to see a bottle of alcohol. Well, I mean, a bottle of alcohol is okay, as long as it's not a hard spirit. They can see a Coors Light. That's perfectly fine. But by God, if they see that vodka, that'll change their life entirely. Depending on the vodka, that might be true. Your life could change entirely. A good bottle of whiskey, that'll change your life completely. So I guess that, maybe it'll open your eyes a little bit. A good bottle of whiskey will. Scott Dunaway, another spokesman for the Texas Consumer Freedom PAC or whatever they are, nonprofit group. Quote, this does not mean that publicly traded companies will be selling spirits next to bread and candy. Because again, we can't fathom doing that. What is wrong with us as a society? We live in a state where everyone likes to go around talking about freedom and, individual responsibility. Yet when it comes to liquor, we have to tiptoe around everything and act like we can't trust anybody. We can't trust adults to act like adults. We can't trust a store not to sell a bottle of whiskey to a 5-year-old. Just unbelievable how we act. And of course, there will be some throw the religious angle on this. Now, look, when the blue laws are not part of this story, but we should get rid of those too. If someone wants to go buy a bottle of whiskey or whatever on Sunday, they should be able to. If you want to buy your Shiner at 11 a.m. on a Sunday morning, you should be able to. I mean, hell, one of the best times to go to the grocery store on a Sunday is right before noon, because at noon is when they're slammed. They get packed at noon. Now, you go 10 o'clock in the morning, you go 9 o'clock in the morning, 9:30, you're going to get through there pretty quickly. But you can't buy your bottle of booze. You can't buy your Coors Light, can't buy your Shiner. Why? Because, well, we really don't have a good reason, but we don't want to offend anybody out there. So we want to make sure that you don't buy your Shiner at 11:50 in the morning. You got to wait 20 minutes before you can buy it. It's unbelievable what we choose to care about. Yeah, we like to claim, about how free Texas is and how we like competition in the state, how everyone needs to take responsibility for themselves. But once it comes to liquor, once it comes to gambling, oh my goodness, no. Throw responsibility out the window. Nobody has it. We can't trust anybody. And the government must protect us from the evils of liquor and gambling. We've been talking about the Walmart Kroger brand coming together in order to take on at least two of the liquor laws in the state of Texas. There's also another movement to get rid of the blue laws as well. And I understand that we've gotten calls before where some business owners are against that. There's some liquor stores that don't want to open up on Sunday. Nobody's saying you have to. There are plenty of locations, plenty of stores that don't open on Sunday anymore. Now, this past Super Bowl Sunday, you probably would have wanted to do that. Probably want to stay open on that day. But again, it's up to you. You're a business. You don't have to open up on Sunday. But for the government to come in and tell liquor stores that you can't open on Sunday because a few people are going to get really upset about it, probably a few people who would never step foot into your business anyway, is just silliness. If you're an adult, you can make an adult decision. If you want to go and buy beer or whiskey or whatever on Sunday at 11:30 in the morning, you should be able to do that. Maybe somebody's having a party later on that day. They want to go ahead and get some shopping out of the way. They shouldn't have to go back later in the day to pick up beer. But because we can't trust each other, that's basically what the state government says. We can't trust you. We have to treat you all like your children. We have to set up these different rules. That's silliness. They need to be done away with. And if Walmart wants to sell liquor, let them do it. Does that mean I'll go to Walmart and buy liquor? No. I might, but I probably won't, but I might. Depends on how much it's priced at. I don't think it gives Walmart the upper hand on anybody, really. Some people are just dedicated to that one store that they're going to keep going back to. Doesn't matter if Walmart sells it or not. And by the way, there are plenty of beer and wine stores that have opened up in this town, and Walmart sells beer and wine. So the argument that Walmart will force everyone to shut down is really kind of an ignorant argument to make.